What's up, guys? In this video, we're going to talk about Fastly stock, ticker symbol FSLY. So this company has been on an absolute tear, and it's one of the beneficiaries of the pandemic. But I think the stock hasn't gotten as much attention because it's trading on the New York Stock Exchange, and a lot of those NASDAQ stocks have been going up a ton. So this one's kind of been a bit lost in the shuffle, but a very, very strong performer. So as we can see year to date, this stock is up over 275%, and it's trading at around $81 from a low of around back in mid-March of around 10 bucks. So if you guys bought down there, you basically have an 8-bagger on your hands. So let's get into exactly what is Fastly and what does it do. Basically, before I get into this video, guys, please like this video, give it a thumbs up. It really helps the algorithm. Okay, so let's get right into it. Okay, so as you can see here, I'm on Fastly's website, fastly.com. So basically, to a long story short, this is a company that helps speed up websites. So if you guys know anything about web development or anything like that, you're probably familiar with things like CDNs, image optimization, video speed performance, cloud security, load balancing. These are basically all technical terms that allow websites and apps, platforms to deliver content much faster. So, basically, whenever you go to a website like this one, for example, there is basically lots of different working parts that have to be loaded in order for a web page to be visible. So you have HTML. A lot of different websites use things like PHP, which is a different type of code, or perhaps it's built on a different coding language. Some sites use different things like CSS. You have to load CSS, JavaScript. There's many different working parts on ways that companies show websites. So obviously, a lot of companies have lots and lots of different working pieces on their website. If it's a very, very resource extensive website like Facebook, or it's streaming video like YouTube, which you guys are watching this video on, these companies need to be able to make their content deliver very quickly. So basically, there's been studies showing that the longer it takes for a website to load, the more likely a person is to leave. So what Fastly does is Fastly focuses on basically speeding up websites for major enterprise companies. So a couple of their clients are Airbnb, Spotify, Twitter, JetBlue, and Kayak. And basically, they just deliver content faster. So these companies spend lots and lots, I'm talking hundreds and thousands of dollars, sometimes even millions of dollars per year to speed up their websites. So as you can see now, video is becoming a major component of online traffic. Over 80% of web traffic is video, just like you guys are watching now. And as you can see, these companies need to stream their video faster. So here's a few more of their clients: Ticketmaster, Vimeo, New York Times, BuzzFeed, Pinterest, and Alaska Airlines. So why is this company doing so well? Well, one of the reasons why Fastly is doing so well is simply because, so one of the reasons Fastly is doing so well is that so many companies have needed to spend more money on their online resources to deliver content with this whole pandemic situation. A lot of people have been spending more time at home. So I want to show you guys, go into the Q1 2020 shareholder letter, give you guys some more insight into the company. So as you can see here, revenue was up 38% year over year. So they did, in last quarter, they did about $63 million in revenue, which is just around, around, I would say, $240 million annual revenue, pretty good. And they have over 297 enterprise customers. So an enterprise customer would be a big client, so like Airbnb, Spotify, something like that. And then the average enterprise customer spent around $642,000. So, like I said, these customers are spending quite a lot of money to deliver their content faster, and that has translated to some excellent gains for Fastly. So the company is starting to grow. Now, it's obviously not going to be growing as fast as a company like Zoom, because almost anyone can use Zoom, but this company is more targeted towards online businesses that have web apps and things like that. So Twitter, Airbnb, These websites are used by millions and millions of people, and they need to deliver their content to them faster. So as you can see here, here's the CEO, Joshua Bixby, and he talks about how we're changing and transitioning more into a digital phase even more. So in 2020 now, you're going to see an absolute explosion in online content, mostly video, but as well as e-commerce too, and that's a really, really good sign for Fastly stock. So some of the key highlights to basically give you guys a bit of a closer look at the company. It generates 88% of its revenue on enterprise customers, and that's exactly where the company is focusing. So this is a little bit different from other companies. They're basically focusing on big fish here, and although the company is not currently profitable, it's a good long-term strategy because these companies have big pockets and they're able to increase their spending and scale their spending as they get more and more online traffic. So let's take a look at some of the more features. You can see here, this is a look at some of their markets that they're in. So this is a global company, and they're going to be expanding as they put on more clients. Like I said, they picked up around 12 enterprise clients last quarter, and every enterprise client they pick up adds a lot of money to their top line growth, their revenue. So their total customers is 1,837, but they have 297 of those customers, and like the Pareto principle, 20% of customers provide 80% of the revenue. That's what Fastly is doing. They're focusing on the minority that provides the majority of the revenue. So now I'm going to take a look at some of their actual earnings. So they are losing money right now. So they lost around $12 million last quarter, which isn't a ton of money for a company that's growing super fast like that. And their balance sheet is pretty solid. They ended the quarter with 187 million in cash, and they have very little debt. And although their free cash flow is negative, I expect them to have another amazing Q2. I'm pretty sure they signed up a lot more clients, due to the whole situation. Okay, so as we see here, we're basically down here to the latest quarterly report. Strong revenue. Revenue has been growing. Your gross profit is increasing. The only downside is the net losses. But, this is very normal for growth companies. They're basically growing and growing and growing. And with just under 2,000 total customers, I think this company has a long way to go. As of recording this video, the market cap is only $8 billion, which is pretty small for a company that is powering some of the biggest websites in the world. So I think there's a lot of growth ahead for Fastly stock. This is a really interesting story, and really interesting to see where this company's going. It only IPO'd last year, so it hasn't even been around for 2 years, so it's a lot of room to run. So where do I think Fastly stock is going to be headed in the future? Well, I think as long as they continue to sign up more customers, they should do just fine. If we pull back here, we take a look at a monthly chart, just kind of pull back here and take a look at it, kind of a longer term view, we can see that the stock has been basically trading up on higher volume month after month, and it's just been a hockey stick in terms of growth. And then if we kind of come back here to the last 6 months, you see that the stock has been performing really well. So at just an $8 billion market cap, although I do think it is trading at an all-time high, I do think that the stock has a lot of room to run long term. So I think this is basically a long-term hold. We're going to see once 5G comes here, that is going to transform how people consume digital content. It's going to speed up a lot of video, and when people are getting video is being sped up, that means more and more people are going to be surfing online. So the more people that surf online, the more big enterprise clients are going to probably choose Fastly to power their websites and their apps, which do very, very well for their bottom line. So I think if you're thinking long term here, I think the company is still pretty undervalued. Like I said, there aren't any earnings right now, just at an $8 billion market cap. I wouldn't be surprised to see Fastly stock perhaps trading at around $150. Maybe under $200 by the end of the year. I just don't see anything holding this stock back. It's sitting in a nice position where They are working with some of the biggest companies in the world, so I don't see any of these companies going bankrupt anytime soon, so I don't see their revenue source drying up. And then once the company turns profitable, we're going to see a lot of great things and a lot of nice things in the stock price. So for me, guys, still a strong buy. I think the two stocks that have done the best in this whole pandemic situation are FSLY and Zoom. So those are the two stocks that I'm looking to add a substantial portion to my my growth portfolio for this year and hold on to those, because I think Zoom is definitely the future of video communication and FSLY is definitely the future of online cloud and internet traffic consumption. So that's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to my channel for more videos on high performing stocks that can make you a lot of money. I like to talk about high growth stocks on this channel. So that's it now. So that's it until now, guys. Take care.